When Rick Shiels, a certified PGA Tour coach and English golf influencer, started his YouTube channel over a decade ago, he intended to impact the sport in a way most professionals can't. But little did he know that his channel would later become the biggest golf channel on YouTube. With over 2.4 million subscribers as of November 2022, Rick currently has the highest number of YouTube subscribers for a golf channel, where he dishes out golf advice and reviews. The British golf influencer has a net worth of over $3.3 million and still manages to balance a successful profession in golf teaching, philanthropic activities, and family life. From turning down a contract extension from a multi-billion-dollar brand to getting kicked out from a club's VIP section, Rick is definitely not who you think he is. Stick around to find out why. Growing up, there are very few people who can lay claim to being true trailblazers in their chosen field of expertise, and Rick Shiels is one of them. July 3, 1986, saw the birth of Rick Shiels in Bolton, England. Little is known about his dad, as he has never mentioned anything about having a father figure while growing up. However, thanks to Lynn Shiels, his mum, Rick picked up a career in golf. Before then, Rick had an early interest in soccer, but when he was 11, his interest shifted to golf. And it was understandable because not only was he a kid who was confused about what he wanted, but his mum also took him to the driving range where she was receiving golf lessons. At first, whenever he followed Lynn to the driving range, Rick would hang around waiting for her, or casually hitting a few balls he never enjoyed. But the thing with golf is that the moment you start with a few hits, like Oliver Twist, you'll want to take a few more. And the more you take, the more it hooks you. Halfway through the lesson, Rick hit one shot that felt sensational and started to get the buzz. Although he was quite little, Lynn admired his competitive nature. He was still little, but you could tell he was competitive and wanted to win, said Lynn. From then on, Rick and his mom would play golf before and after her training, after he got back from school, and they even went on golf trips together, like the time they went to the Isle of Arran, where Lynn and her son played 7 rounds within a week at each of the island's 7 courses. Recalling how great and memorable the event was, he said, "Only very few 12-year-olds can say they spent a whole week doing something that they're passionate about with their mom. It was a great experience." Growing up, Rick wasn't too good in his academics, but he was quite lucky to pick up something he was passionate about: golf. Shiels wasn't lucky to be a straight-A student like some of his peers, but instead of letting his inability to meet up academically define him, he decided to focus on the game of golf as a full-time career. At 14, Rick had absolutely fallen in love with golf to the extent that he wanted to play every minute of every day. Unlike football, where he lost interest quite early, there was just this thing about golf that he couldn't figure out. So Shiels joined Hart Common in Bolton, where he met Gareth Benson, a professional golfer and teacher. Rick would always lean towards Gareth, who gave him his first lessons at Hart Common whenever he needed any help. Rick was quite a vibrant character, who was also a good player, remembers Benson. At 14, nobody realized Rick would go pro in the industry, but you can never tell at that age. Ever since, he's worked his way to the top. I've greatly admired his courage. Rick turns pro. At 16, Shiels enrolled at Myers Golf College for a diploma in golf studies. It was there he met one of the coaches at the college, Steve Marr, and fellow YouTuber Peter Finch. Rick was always fast to pick his brains on movement and the techniques that pieced a golf swing together. Shiels soon met Rick Daniels, the head of golf at the college, who taught him that playing on the tour wasn't the only viable prospect for a PGA pro, which changed his mindset. "I realized I wasn't good enough to play professionally, which was one of the best things that happened to me, so I focused on coaching," said Shiels. Soon, Rick began to coach at the Mere Golf Resort and Spa in Knutsford, Cheshire. In 2010, he got a better job at Trafford Golf Centre in Manchester, where he worked as a senior teaching professional till the center was taken over and the driving range shut down. Shiels was devastated, and he had to do something really quick. So he prepared a CV where he would submit at various places, and fortunately, he had a couple of offers. But a week later, Rick was called back after a change in ownership of the driving range. Pretty wife and kids. Aside from being a social media sensation, Shiels is a fantastic husband to his wife and an amazing father to his kids. March 30th, 2013 remains one of the happiest days of his life after he exchanged marital vows with his sweetheart, Claire, who at the time was a school teacher. A year after the marriage, the couple welcomed their first child named Ivy, and in 2016, the family of 3 welcomed Pearl, before Jude eventually came another 2 years later. Rick has often said that if his kids venture into the game, it'll be a great thing. However, whichever sport they opt for, he'll be there to support them. Journey to stardom. If there's anything Shiels has learned on his journey to stardom, it's that the best things in life don't come easy. In 2011, Shiels came up with a great idea of featuring in golf magazines and maybe offering a tip or two about the game. So again, he crafted letters and proposals which he sent to almost every golf magazine in and outside England. The plan was to get a column in which he could equally give a couple of reviews and help up-and-coming golfers. But what did he get? A collective no from the few replies. So he said to himself, well, maybe I could use social media. After all, I've got nothing to lose. And that was how he launched his YouTube channel, Rick Shiels Golf, on October 13th, 2011. He continued filming coaching videos, sharing tricks and tips to be better at the game, and the channel began to gain traction. Later, Shiels expanded his content and started doing reviews of golf kit and sharing golf clubs. The videos were highly successful, and he became one of the busiest golf coaches in the world, with people flying in from various countries just to take golf lessons. When he hit 1 million subscribers in 2020, BBC featured him for being the first golfing YouTuber to hit that shocking number. Rick couldn't contain his excitement, and in response, he tweeted, "This will make me mum proud," making it onto BBC News. Several celebrities like Eddie Hall and Robbie Williams have appeared in his videos over the years. With over 2.4 million subscribers as of November 2022, Rick's YouTube channel has the highest number of YouTube subscribers for a golf channel. And guess what happened next? Some of those magazines he had initially approached, one of which was Golf Monthly, reached out to him to feature in their magazine. Well, being a nice guy and having nothing to lose, Rick ended up working for them. Endorsements and net worth. With more views came endorsements, and with endorsements came more money. Rick found himself smiling all the way to the bank after signing sponsorship deals with Garmin, MasterCard, and Nike. In 2021, 4 years after working for the brand, Rick turned down a contract renewal because the company wanted the pro golfer to switch to a paid-to-post model, and Rick wasn't comfortable with that. Nike hoped to get Shiels to switch to a paid-to-post model, with Shiels encouraging viewers to buy Nike apparel. Not wanting to do this, Shiels decided not to renew the partnership. Rick's estimated net worth is $3.3 million, earning between $1.1 and $18,000 monthly, and $13.6 to $217,000 annually. Rick gets kicked out. So one cool Saturday, Rick went to the club to have fun as usual. So he got to St. Andrews and was ushered into the VIP section, where he was told Brooks Koepka was there. When the manager offered to introduce him to Brooks, Rick said, "I don't know Brooks and never met him, but it wouldn't be a bad idea." So after exchanging pleasantries with Sam Westwood, son of Lee Westwood, he turned to face Brooks. While Rick fantasized about introducing himself and vibing with a pro golfer, Brooks immediately beckoned security guards to bounce him and his pal Neil. And Rick was like, "What have I done to offend Brooks Koepka?" But you know how bouncers could literally be looking without a smile? That's what Rick got till he got kicked out. Well, it was just one of those things. He'd get over it. Above all, Rick is very proud of his family and his job. The fact that he wakes up every morning to put on his golf shoes and call it his job makes him feel fantastic. Do you want to see another person who loves his job? Check out this video, Rory Mclroy, and how he spends his millions. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one.